Happy Wednesday.
Hey, what's up?
We're pre-gaming the Halloween holiday, y'all. Peace Tea sponsor me.
Peace
Dude.
tea, man. Never seen that. Is that sweet?
Yeah, it is sweet. Depending on the flavor, it's 80 to 100 calories per can. But dude, this stuff is delicious. And I caught like a sale. I coupon like crazy now, especially now that I gotta pay for fucking daycare, dude.
Yeah.
Safeway had these starting today, 12 packs for $2. They're like
Oh,
$11, $12. So I
nice.
was like, fucking, I bought like 9 of them, like 3 of every flavor, dude. So
Do they have
yeah,
an unsweetened one?
nope.
Oh,
But you know
okay.
what? For that price, who can afford to be healthy? I don't drink sugar, but
Yeah.
for this, it's like, dude, I have to. And they have like a peach, they got like a lemon tea, and then they got like a raspberry. They all have cutesy names or whatever. But
I always drink these Kirkland's sparkling zeros. Zero sugar. They're good. They're kind of like those ices zeros.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
used to like the ice, but I used to drink ice before I went to Clear America. And then when I've tried to go back to ice after drinking Clear America, ice is too bitter for me.
see, I don't like. I used to love Clear America. Now I don't like it, man. I don't know what it is. Like the strawberry flavor. The flavors don't do it for me.
This isn't exciting to talk. Why are we fucking talking about this?
I don't know.
Hey guys, my room is a war zone right now because I have commenced again the selling, the unloading, the hurting, the thinning of it, of all my shit because I've got to try and get some money. Anyway, I've been about 6-7 months ago, I listed a lot of my heavy hitting items, like just like gaming stuff, and it was like the real expensive stuff. So I kind of knocked a lot of that out of the way. Some of it's still listed and hasn't sold yet.
Now it's
Now
a
I'm
slog. Trying to
well,
get rid of stuff. No, I'm in the same spot, man.
Well, not that they know about this, but got to buy some gear now, and I got to fucking come up with some dough. But now I'm kind of like in sort of the annoying selling every little thing I can get to maybe $10, $8 for, just
See, I haven't even got that far yet because
yeah.
that drives me nuts, man.
Now this isn't so bad. The hard thing is toys, and I started toys. I started listing a shit ton of movies, and I've got some good stuff up there. Still like some good steel books, a lot of new and shrink wrap stuff. So I have some decent dollar stuff up there still, but I've been it's fine. Now I'm just in that realm of if I'm going to the post office, it might be to net $10.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Now it's more about decluttering, and it's not the end of the world. I'd still rather see if I can get maximum dollar than take a fucking box into a CD warehouse or whatever.
Have you been trying to put them in a lot? So, like, I don't know, 3 Blu-rays each or something for 10
Not,
or 15, 20 or whatever?
not yet. No, because I still have a lot of movies that I could easily sell for 12 or 13.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's like, nah, I mean, I'll go through this as long because really it's mostly about just kind of making space now. The toys I've started selling, listing toys, but I've started easy by listing all the stuff that's new in package. And it's really eBay's made it so easy now. Like as far as either searching for an item that's sold and hitting the prompt, sell one like this, or just scanning the barcode if you have the box. It's pretty easy. And then it's pretty easy to set your prices there too, based on what other people have sold or searched for. And the real hard thing is going to be after which I'm almost done with the package shit. The hard stuff comes next, where it's like, okay, the stuff that's been opened, because now I have to match it with the box, because I keep all my boxes, the stuff I've opened. I gotta dig out those boxes, match the piece with the box, and then some of them I've taken all the accessories out and I've got them in separate baggies taped. I've got to start piecing shit together. That's a pain in the ass.
That is a pain. Jeez,
It's gonna take me a long time. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Zakito, how you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
How you got any plans for shout out to Mom's Plate? What's that? What's on your mom's plate, dude?
Spaghetti.
What's in your mom's box, dude? Anyway, what you doing for Halloween? Can't do sweet tea. Raspberry is as sweet as I'll go. Yeah, I love raspberry. I got some peach tea raspberry, dude. This is peach. This is just peachy, but I got raspberry as well. And Gory Tiger, what's up? Tell us your mom's plate in her head. Sorry.
Pete and
I was
Pete. Yeah.
I was thinking food.
Yeah. So was I.
I'm hungry, dude. I haven't eaten today. This is all the calories I've had is a sweet tea. But Gory Tiger, what's up, man? What's your plans for Halloween, brother?
Yeah, I'll be going out. When's Halloween? 2 days from now. Taking the kids out to the in-laws, brother-in-laws. He has a Halloween shindig every year. Do that. Make chili. Bring it over. Eat. Do Halloween stuff. Now it's on a Friday. I'm sure we'll be up late. And then the next day, I got 2 basketball games. My kid's doing a back-to-back basketball game. So
Do you guys
be a long
get
day.
you guys get together and the kids all go together?
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do
God,
that, and then it'll be a busy weekend, but it's fun. It's fun every year.
that would be nice. I don't have any friends like that. And I don't have any friends that have kids the same age, so I won't be able to do that. And then I don't have any in-laws. I do. I've got one in-law. My wife has a sister, but she lives in Texas now and she doesn't have a kid. So it's like, yeah, I'm not really going to be able to partake in what you get to do. So that's but then maybe that's also kind of a blessing because like I may or be in a situation where I had family where I don't want to hang out with them. It's like,
Sure.
oh God, I don't be tied into it.
There's those days, absolutely.
But like it's not like you have good friends and it just happens to work out. Your kids are and you want to hang out with them. Like, hey, it's a good excuse, but you seem to like your in-laws, so
Yeah, no, they're real nice people.
all right. Zacchito, seeing a late night showing of Halloween 281. That's about it. That's pretty cool,
awesome,
though.
man.
Yeah. Well, I'm down. So today, well, I have a couple of things I can just kind of show off as far as acquisitions, and then haven't been spending too much money lately. I've been trying to sell shit, obviously, and put some back. We haven't been working since the kid's been born, and then I go back to work next week.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah, which honestly bring it on because I need to like start making some money. Which
Mhm.
I've been making parental leave. I've been making money,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I mean to make more money if I'm actually working because I
Sure.
can rake in overtime and all this stuff and different opportunities. And the wife hasn't been working. She's going to go back to work a week after me, so I've been missing that income, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
income feels kind of like slash.
Well, did she get free daycare then? Because doesn't she work at a place?
My wife works for a Montessori school. No, we
Okay.
don't get free daycare, but we get 75% off.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we get 75% off, and then my job comps half of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, with my discount, our daycare is $600 a month. And then
Okay.
I'll get $300 back every month for my job.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad. And the kid gets to go with her. She's close by. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to going back to work because it's like I'm gonna have the house to myself for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Used to I look forward to Saturday and I dread work, but I think it's we flipped. I'm gonna like actually look forward to us working from my house, just like I'm dressed now, from my office next door here. And just pretty much lunch breaks and stuff like that will be like my me time.
Sure.
So it is what it is. As far as tonight, I'll be staying up late because the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection drops at midnight tonight.
Oh, it does. Oh, shit.
Of course, other people cheat. I mean, all you have to do is change the time zone on your PlayStation system, and you can just say you're in Australia. People have been playing it all fucking day since this morning.
What time or what's the cost of that? What's the damage gonna be?
I think it's 50 if you pre-ordered it digitally like I did, that you got like a $5 or $10 discount, maybe $5. Probably wasn't too much, but it's like $50. And
still kind of steep for those, isn't it?
Just depends on what you value the games at. You're getting a lot of fucking games and you're getting
how many is it? What is it, 4?
Yeah, but it's multiple variants and versions of 4. So it's like, you got the arcade versions of 1 through 4, and you've got like Super Nintendo and Genesis versions. You got 32X versions of games.
Oh, okay. I didn't
you
know
got
that. 32X
you got Mortal Kombat Trilogy. That's a 5th game.
Oh, okay.
It's the PlayStation version of MK Trilogy, but they've tweaked them and remastered them to the fact that like there's no loading time anymore. You used to, like on the disc, you were Shang Tsung,
drive you nuts,
and it would like pop. Yeah, they got rid of all that, so everything's like super quick now. So it's kind of the best of everything. And there's a couple of it's got like handheld games, the Game Boys, Game Gear, stuff like that. And it's Digital Eclipse. It's kind of about the packaging they do too, because if you played that, did you play that Turtles collection, Cowabunga collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they take you through. It's a historical thing. It's like a
Mhm.
museum where they have interviews with people that made the game, all the creators, and they take you through a timeline. It's more of an interactive experience too. So I think for me personally, the kind of package that it is, it's absolutely worth $50.
Yeah, I'll get it once I get paid. I'll
But
end up getting it.
but in true fashion, these people that rush shit out, there is no lobbies yet. And they just let people know today, the release day, hey, yeah, sorry, we've been ignoring this. There's no lobbies yet. We're working on it. So all you can do is online. So you wouldn't be able to play online with me right now. All you can
Oh,
do is enter a quick online match, but it's fucking
gotcha.
random.
Okay.
So,
But they are going to do lobbies, though.
so they say.
Okay.
I mean, Warner Brothers, that obviously Digital Eclipse made this, but it's a WB property, and Warner Brothers has treated the Mortal Kombat franchise like shit since they acquired it. They've been wringing out fans to dry, nickel and diming them for fucking fatalities, just and they're in the middle of being acquired. Rumored by pretty much Paramount is gonna buy them up because they've been in the hole so bad. So I don't know, man. Like are they going to try and just fucking like make as much money? I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't care. I want it all just for what it is. I just want, even if I have to play by myself.
I just want the option to be able to play you.
I'm sure it'll come. I'm sure that'll come. You just got to buy it on PlayStation because there's no crossplay yet. And who knows if we'll get crossplay? It's a whole fucking thing, guys. But
do you
anyway,
play the Tiger handheld game too?
No, and there's some missing things like because of rights or whatever. Like for example,
so shitty though.
Like UMK3, like it's got the 3 arcade, the Mark 1 regular MK3 arcade, and you got Ultimate MK3, which is great, and it's got the Super Nintendo Genesis of regular vanilla MK3. But on Ultimate MK3, you don't get the Genesis version. There's like fucking all kinds of weird shit, but you have the Super NES version of the UMK3. And then but there's no Sega Saturn version of the UMK3, which is kind of a bummer.
That's the one I want to play.
I mean, nothing beats the arcade, but I mean, as far as the consoles, yeah. And then they don't have the PlayStation version of MK3. So
I remember that. Okay, yeah.
It's kind of spotty a little bit, but they did what they could. And then it's got more than it's also got the spin-off games. It's got MK Mythology Sub-Zero.
Oh yes,
it's got the Jax spin-off game that is fucking
Shanghai Monks or whatever.
No, that Shanghai Noon, starring
Shaolin
Jackie
Monks.
Chan, dude. Shanghai Nights, Shanghai Noon. No, that's the third game they did. That one's PS2 era. The one, the Special Forces, it was the Jax game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That goes for a mint online, so it's great they brought that from obscurity because the game tanked and it was terrible. And it's just such a novelty. It's so expensive. So now people will be able to play it at least. And I owned it. And it's not great, but it'll be kind of fun to just kind of relive it. Anyway, worth the money. So as far as like what's on the agenda today, we like I said, I have a couple things I'll talk about that I picked up, I'll show, and then we have a couple of talking points. There's a couple things I want to talk about, and we're gonna watch Pete and Pete Halloweenie because Pete and Pete is the stuff, dude. I can't wait. I watched this last night. I watched it both without commentary and a commentary, and there's just something. It just sucks you back into the 90s, dude.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
gosh,
perfect. Yeah, 94.
And I have to admit, it kind of made me sad. It makes you sad because it's like, God, it's such a simpler time, and I know like everybody says that about their era, and there's probably our parents and grandparents in the 90s were like, God, shit's fucked up now. It's just kind of always like that, but
it's different because it was, pre-cell phone era. So.
But I kind of feel like even though every generation is going to have that bias and they're always going to hate the new gen, now I think a lot more people have more in common because we were right on the cusp before the internet, smartphone. We're kind of dipping our toes in it. This Pete and Pete season, we're still in the early 90s, so there wasn't internet yet. That was going to creep in a couple of years. So now I kind of feel like everybody that was pre-internet, whether it's Gen X or whoever, but we can all kind of agree now, like, hey, everything on this side of the fucking fence was pretty good. Yeah. And there's something about the 90s that, I mean, it's not all fucking great. The 90s were corny in some ways, but it was so fun, dude. Like,
once 9/11 happened, everything changed. Like it just felt different. It seemed like,
and when you guys watch clips of things like the MTV Movie Awards and stuff from the 90s, God, they just had fun. It was just so hokey. You'd see like acceptance speeches of Jim Carrey going up there being fucking Jim Carrey and being weird and just grabbing his crotch and just acting like an idiot. And then people are loving it, eating it up. I don't know. Everybody just had a really great time back then. And even though everybody makes fun of the whole 90s extreme, it was kind of fun. It's like, you know what? Even if it was like a marketing thing, everything was vibrant. I think the 90s and the way they utilized vibrant colors in fashion and everything else. And you'll see in this episode of Pete and Pete, just with the set design and everything's so fucking colorful. It's a reflection of the times. It was a colorful time and it was very vibrant. And, I mean, there's always shitty music in movies and good music in movies in every decade or whatever. Like some of that stuff. I know Todd likes a lot of 90s music.
Yeah.
It's nostalgic for me, but like I can't pretend like I love a lot of it, but I like some of it. But I could say that about any decade. And yeah, dude, it makes me sad watching it. I was actually, when you feel nostalgic, I think people use the term incorrectly. I think isn't nostalgia, people use it like in a fond way, but I think
for the
I think
days.
I think to feel nostalgic is to feel like sadness and like a morose feeling. And I think I felt, it's not like having fond memories. I was really feeling sad. I'm like, man, because I lately, and I don't want to sound like a boomer, but in the last couple of years with this whole rise of AI thing, I've been feeling really hopeless. Because it's just like, I hate this change that's happening. And it's not that we've never encountered changes in technology. Obviously, we talked about the internet and everything else. We lived through all of it. But what's going on with AI is happening way too fast, as Todd pointed out.
Well, you're telling me, I mean, it took my job. So,
I mean, it's just, but like, look, the internet was a slow crawl. The internet poked its head out like, 94, 95, dial up. And, and then even in like 2000, not everybody had it in their homes. 2001, not everybody, we were starting to experiment with LimeWire, but we were still buying CDs. There were, people were starting to do LimeWire, but it was kind of shitty and you really had to put in the work to get that free song, download it all day. And it really took about a decade, I feel, before most people had a PC and internet and it became commonplace. And then obviously the internet kind of became smartphones, but even smartphones started slow. It's like around 2000, people had the Cricket phones. It's just a portable phone. Oh, you can play a shitty little Snake game on here. Great. And then it took a few years before, we have Blackberries. Great. Now I can send emails and stuff like that. And then before the iPhone came out, then it's like, now you got a web browser. It had a natural progression about it. None of it felt too polarizing. And the AI thing, God, it's just, again, it was just a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, we knew it. Even then we're like, God, this is going to get good so fast. We all knew it and it did. And now it's just absolutely ridiculous. And
you see it everywhere, all over social media. You get freaking tired of watching that shit.
Yeah, because the thing is we're going to all yearn for the days of like short brain rot reels that were at least staged but original content, because I always thought that stuff was cringe anyway. It's like you watch something and it's clearly staged for hits.
Terrible
like
actors.
It's not really an altercation in a fucking Walmart parking lot. It's clearly staged. But you know what? Part of me's like, God, at least that was something they were putting effort into. Now that's how I feel now, because now it's still moving fast, because it was just like last week. The big thing was Michael Jackson stealing fried chicken and Martin Luther King having a dream not to pay for his groceries and ducking out on the bill. And which, by the way, the OpenAI has promised to ban all use of Martin Luther King because his family at his family's request. Why? But what about everybody else?
Who knows?
First of all, good luck. Good luck stopping people.
Yeah.
Good luck stopping people. And you think OpenAI is going to be the only fish in town? Sora? No, there's more. Yeah. But anyway, where was I? But that was like a week ago. And guess what we're at now? At least then, which, by the way, it floods your algorithms. Like everything's AI now. It's like, God, it's like, it's funny for a second because you're like, what the fuck? Like Michael Jackson checking groceries at a Walmart. Like you're blown away at how real it is. But when you're fed nothing but that for even a few days, you're like, okay, this is over. I'm over this fast. This is so numb. And but guess where we're at now? In just a week or two, now people are using AI to make realistic viral videos. So at least a week ago or 2 weeks ago, when you watch a fucking obese woman bungee cord off of the Empire State Building, and she fucking brings the building down with
I've
her.
seen that. Yeah.
But I'm saying shit like that, like, okay, we know it's fucking AI because it's unrealistic. It's just funny. But now people are using AI. My mom has been sending me videos all week of cute baby videos of like the real viral videos you would get with people and their babies saying cute shit. But I've told her, like, these are all AI, mom. People are now making realistic baby viral videos to try and get realistic, oh, so cute, clicks. And it's like, this is fucking shit, dude. Because these people don't even have kids. Like,
we're completely fucked, to tell you that.
And my mom is so against AI because she's, I mean, I am too, but she's against it, and she's like, she's like rabble rousing against all of it, whatever. And yet she's been feeding me fucking memes all fucking week. Mom, these are all AI, and you don't realize it because it's no longer the fat bitch.
It's hard to tell, man.
But I'm saying it's no longer like fantastical concepts anymore. Like I said, we know Martin Luther King didn't stick up a Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
It looks real, but at least we know it's not real. And we know, even though that bitch is 700 pounds and she could break a lot of shit, she's not going to bring down the fucking Empire State Building. At least it's like clear it's AI. But when you're making like a Charlie bit my finger like level video that could be real, it's just got magic lightning in a bottle moment, and you could just pump all those out. I mean, I wish I could just show you some of these. They're fucking ridiculous. And I don't believe anything anymore. I don't want to look at anything. I don't want to open up anybody's fucking reels or whatever they're sending me.
I'm with you. See, when it comes to that, I am 100% with you. And then, like, because the past like 2 years, like, I turned off like a lot of like outside noise, like news. Like, I haven't been following the news at all because I'm just so fucking sick of every day, something happening, something going on. Oh, bombshell report, blah, blah, blah. I don't care anymore. Whatever fucking happens is going to happen. There's a comet coming to Earth or something like that. I don't pay attention to shit anymore. Just dude, it makes you so depressed, man. I can't deal with that.
But even without reels and stuff, and if you're just like doom scrolling through Twitter or whatever, every headline's a lie.
Yeah.
Every headline is a clickbaity headline with a false bit of news. None of it's real, and it's so out. Yeah. So like, if fucking Bill Pullman is not going to go peacefully into the night or whatever the fuck he says, and the aliens are coming, we're never really going to know until it's too late. Because I don't believe you. I don't believe any of it. And it's just and maybe the good part about it is, I mean, I don't think the bubble's ever going to burst on this, but maybe there will be some people that are like, I don't want to fucking look at this phone anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten to that point where I'm looking at this shit less because there's nothing of use on here.
Absolutely.
Dude, I scroll through even the Twitters and even like the Facebooks, and so none of it's fucking real anymore. I'm like, and even if it is real, I question if it is. And I'm like, I don't want to live there. I don't want to live there at all. It's like, because nothing impresses me. Even if it's something cool, you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't take over YouTube, because YouTube is like the only social media that I actually like. So if it starts taking over everything on YouTube, then it's going to be tough, man.
But I all the time, dude. I mean, like, I watched a video last night and I hate it because it did kind of like grab me, and I was like, all right. And they're all fucking the same, where they bait you and they keep you in the video, and they look, I understand you want engagement and you want to like retain people throughout the whole video, but they're doing it like digital print ad magazines now, where you click on an article and they bury the fucking lead like 20 ads deep, and you got to scroll through this thing, and they're telling you in so many ways something that can be summed up in a fucking sentence.
Oh yeah, I've seen
it's like, God, can we please just get to the fucking, but they want you to stay on the site. They want you to get all those ads. They want that retention. And YouTube videos are doing that. And it's like, will you just please AI voice get to the fucking point? And because then there's so many of these videos that are informative, but the AI voices are getting good. You used to be able to tell the AI voices, but now they're getting a lot better, and they're a lot, and you have to like, eventually I assume they're all AI at this point. And if I really think about it, and I listen, you know, and I think it might be real. I'm impressed, but you know, at this point, if you're a faceless YouTube channel, I'm just going to assume you're using AI voice.
Absolutely.
And you know what? There's going to be a point where even if we have our faces, we're not going to even give you the benefit of the doubt. But as of right now, if you cut in and we could see you talking for 2 seconds and I know you're a real person, I'm going to want to listen to your video. But the second I know it's an AI voice, I just don't want to listen. It
Well,
might be
that's the good thing about. I mean, as much as people still shit on Twitter, I mean, at least you have Grok that'll tell you what's AI and what's not AI. So if YouTube really needs to come up with something that has like a little disclaimer on the bottom that this is an AI
but
video.
you know, I was actually watching a really interesting video that kind of got me, and it's about a topic I like, but it was clear as fucking day that the script was AI generated, the voiceover was AI generated, and it was all very convincing. But at this point, I fucking know, and the editing was AI generated. I wouldn't be surprised if every clip that was thrown in there was fucking AI. I mean, you know, I mean, maybe they have to like compile clips and throw them into the fucking chat GPT but now you have all these companies that are trying to shill and get you to make faceless YouTube channels. Like, hey, use this AI fucking we do this. Build your faceless YouTube channel. Here's how you can build your faceless. Everybody's marketing. Hey, get your bag easy. We need more faceless YouTube channels. Just use our product for whatever dollars a month
Oh yeah,
and start earning the fucking bag with your faceless fucking YouTube fucking drivel channel. And yeah, it's already happening to fucking YouTube. Now, as long as people like us and creators like us and people that have faces and, you know, don't abuse that shit are around, I mean, I think we'll always have a platform, whether or not we're getting directed to. We'll see. And it'll see. You're just going to have fucking losers like us that are going to stay around even though nobody's watching anymore. You know, but most people are going to just be like, well, fuck this, which is actually going to segue in talking about YouTubers and podcasters. But hey, really quick, let me address some of these guys. West in Peace, what's up, dude? Sean, he says, evening all, it's the most wonderful time of the year. God, you guys want to know something sacrilegious? I've said this in the past, but I actually like Christmas better.
Oh, you're starting to talk like Big Pete, man. We don't need to hear that. You need
No,
to be you need to be the little Pete tonight.
I feel like Halloween has lost its magic for me because it's just not the same. Trick-or-treating, obviously, we don't do that anymore. Maybe it'll come back now that I have a kid and I'll get to engage. But even then, dude, it's just not the same. The trick-or-treating stuff is not the same. I'm not looking forward to going to trunk or treats and fucking church parking lots and stuff. Personally, I'm not. And you know, so but pretty much since I've been with my wife and I've been in Arizona, I've started to appreciate and enjoy the Christmas holiday again. So it's something I soak up a lot more and get more out of personally. But you know, I love Christmas. Hey, Wild Wrangler, what's up?
What's up?
You always remind me of this radio DJ we had on 89.7 The River, the Harry Dangler, or he might have been on K Rock back in the day.
Harry Dangler. Dude,
Maybe
that guy.
He might have been on K Rock back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Back, I don't know if you guys have K Rock anymore there, but yeah, one of the VJs was the Harry Dangler. Like,
God, that sounds like a dingleberry or something. Dude.
Yeah, like a dick, a big fucking one of those hairy shafts, dude. You get from like, you know, west of the Nile, dude. and he was the Harry Dangler, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was K Rock back in the day, but I don't know why he must have been doing something right with the name because I'll never forget it. I don't remember anybody else's name, but I remember the Harry Dangler. It's like, Zakito, how you doing, brother? You've been on a binge of our content? You've been leaving a lot of comments. I got to get back to some of them. But hey, everybody, be like Zakito here. Binge our shit.
Help us out, brothers.
Help us out and keep the non AI content alive for as long as possible. Hey, what's up, the Racing Genius? You'll watch. Yeah, exactly. You'll watch, and every estate will issue a cease and desist order on Sora. So that's pretty much what it's going to take because we have no reform for this shit right now. Everything is just free game. And, you know, maybe it might be hard to prove like the AI is using your artwork or whatever to, you know, build its fucking masterpiece or whatever because it's just one of many. But if somebody is straight up taking Martin Luther King's likeness, you know, they're not making a concoction, including Martin Luther King. Like, oh, let's take Martin Luther King's nose. Let's put it with Michael Jackson's ears. And like, you know, whatever. That might be a little tricky.
Yeah.
But straight up taking somebody's likeness Yeah, maybe it's going to take every estate or person that's still living to be like, no, fuck you. We're going to sue you for something like that to happen. So maybe in the best case scenario, we can at least they'll move the goalpost as far as what's fair use or whatever. Like maybe they can still mine in your content, but they can't steal it all the way. Like it has to be transformed so much. And I don't know. And just dude, AI fucking music has taken over Spotify too.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking
It's taking over YouTube as well with all the podcasters using AI in music.
What? Podcasters using AI in music? What do you mean?
Yeah, like everybody's using like intro AI music now. They're using tons of shit, dude.
And look, there's lines. Like I don't want to fucking use AI music for anything. I don't want to look. I think a lot of people would agree. And by the way, do we sound fucking old and stupid? You guys tire about us here complaining about this? I can imagine you might, but I promise I'll wrap it up here in a second. It's really generative AI. I don't mind AI. We've been using AI for a long time. Like we have auto fucking correct. We're typing on Word and shit in your emails and it corrects your spelling. That's good. That's fine. You know, I'm not even against if it's supposed to make our jobs easier and it's like cutting out mundane shit that is allowing us more time to be creative and productive and certainly great. But like I said, when it's doing the work for you, and I don't even like the idea in the world of film writing or music that the people on the side of the fence that think, hey, it should be used as a tool, like it can help you get started with an idea. I think that's fucking cheating. I think if you use AI to give yourself a premise, a jumping point,
yeah.
and then even if you better be giving everybody else that AI fucking ripped off partial credit. I don't know what to tell you because it's just not. We're gonna have a very, very weak generation ahead of us. I think, as far as creators, I don't know if we're gonna go back to an era of the starving artists, the Vincent Van Goghs and shit like that, the real geniuses that are out there dying for their real art, and they're gonna die starving because nobody wants it. I mean, we're gonna go back to that, but let's see here. Zach, the Michael Jackson Adolf on Springer was funny AI video. Yeah, like I said, they're novel, right? And they're kind of funny, but it's a little numbing, man. Not to mention it's gonna make anything if somebody comes up with something organically and it's fucking mind-blowing. We've seen you can do mind-blowing with AI now. It's like, great, we've seen it. You could literally fucking do anybody in their bedroom now could do mind-blowing shit using AI. So you know what I mean? Like it just changes the playing field. But anyway, yeah, Wild Wrangler, Pete and Pete takes me back, dude.
Staple,
I can't wait.
Man, it's great.
I've watched Pete and Pete reruns back in the day. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched them. What a great supporting cast and bit players that would show up in this show and guest stars. I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps in the 90s. Me too. I wanted to say, Goosebumps. The difference between Goosebumps is Goosebumps, I believe, they showed that during the day.
Goosebumps is pretty shitty though, looking back at it.
But Goosebumps was skewed slightly younger because they would play Goosebumps during the day. You'd get home from school and it would air on like the Fox Kids block with like Power Rangers and X-Men and Goosebumps. And same thing with like Erie, Indiana. They skewed a little bit more kids. Are You Afraid of the Dark skewed preteen because it was Saturday night after hour, like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So that's different. It was skewing. It was Snick. They've been on record as saying that was them chasing the MTV generation. Like, hey, you got all these kids are watching Beavis and Butthead. These teenagers. We've got the Rugrats kids. We've got the toddlers with fucking Eureka's Castle. We've got the young kids with this. How do we get those like 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are wanting to watch fucking and that's when Ren and Stimpy came out, which Ren and Stimpy I believe was like the first. And Ren and Stimpy's very MTV. I mean, it's fucking wild.
It is.
And it White Rook, and obviously they're owned by Viacom, Paramount, same umbrella, but they're all consumerist holidays now. It's sad. Yeah, I it's true. I'm a sucker for Christmas lights, dude. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, racing, broccoli heads and nuisance streamers when it comes to content creators. I don't know, man. And it's just a social media presence in general I find very grating and annoying, and I just don't get it. Like, I don't know what happened to just, hey, I'm your buddy. Yeah, cool. I'll share that. That's cool. Or, oh yeah, cool, man. But now everything is so transactional and everybody's got like an image and everybody cares about like stuff being seen on social media. Like for example, not dissing anybody. It's not personal. I totally get it. Like when I was trying to get certain people that worked on my film to share stuff I made for the film, whether it's like reels or whatever, they don't want to collaborate with them because they're not TikTok punchy enough. It's like, and it'll fuck up their algorithm. It's like I said, I've got a couple of shorts out there that are one's 45 seconds, the other one's just over a minute. They give you a clip of the film, but like they need to be like a teaser, which I do have a teaser as well, where it's like constantly moving and shifting, and it's not personal. It's not that these people think it's not good or whatever. It's the fact that, yeah, it's probably not going to do well, and I don't want to bring down my shit. It's just like, why is everything so fucking transactional? I fucking hate it.
Terrible. It's
And,
terrible.
and it, like I said, it's not personal. That's just the way of the world. It's just like, okay, everybody's got a brand. It's just weird. Hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, man? Todd's hard at
Hey,
work on your Return of Living Dead 2 commentary with us. Did he finally get that to play game with us, play
it,
ball?
it is exporting. Hopefully I'll have it up. I'm trying to have it up by Halloween night. So we're doing a Night of Living Dead one that we did a while back, and we're gonna have the video for it. So it's gonna look really nice. It gives you something to watch, and then after that, we're gonna have Return of the Living Dead 2 that we did with Gamer Guy that'll be posted as well. So it's just taking a while because Warner Brothers is a pain in the fucking ass and they keep flagging the video. So I have to cut it, and yeah, I'll get it up by Friday though.
Todd's not used to editing the full blown like
Oh
commentaries.
man,
So like you get used to it and you find a rhythm. Like mine never get flagged anymore.
yeah,
Ever. It's very rare that one does. And you were asking me like what's too many clips, and I'm like, I don't know. It's just I kind of feel it out, but I saw your timeline and it was way too many.
way too many. Yeah,
And like I said, a good rule of thumb is just post a clip when it's essential to what we're, if the audience wants to see what we're talking about. Like if we're like, oh, look at that, isn't that cool? Show it. And usually you're not going to exceed it. And keep them like under 10 seconds. And like don't, but I've tried it. I've experimented with it, trying to put something like every fucking 30, and it doesn't work because they're going to recognize that, oh, you've got like 15% of the whole movie in here. And but it's not that big of a deal. I need y'all to send. Sorry, I need to send y'all a link to our server for the gaming project I've been working on. Yeah, man, shoot everybody. Put it in our Discord, and maybe people will jump over there, and us too. It's in the pay to play market. Oh, what you were talking about? Social media in general.
yeah. You're talking about that.
It's just, but it's not even like a personal thing. It's just like, if somebody has a brand they're building, whether they're a professional with gear or, crew guys or whatever, and they're used to, and they cut their footage for their, it's, Instagram and all that shit is basically like people's portfolio now.
Sure.
And it's like, if they're doing all their shit a certain way, and I'm sharing a clip that's not cut like a fucking brain rot fucking idiot that can't watch a 45-second clip, they don't want to have something on them that brings down their ass. I get it. I kind of get it, but it's fucked up that it has to be that way. And I was asked like, hey, could you whip something else that's a little bit more? I'm like, no, I've already got a teaser for that. Like, I am not going to jump cut a 45-second teaser. Like, well, I just kind of refuse at a point. Like, my old man hat is going to just stay on. And that's, I'm willing to conform. Like, I've made shorts, I made reels. I get AIs here. Part of me thinks we're all the fucking idiots because AI is going to take over the world, and we have to, the people that are going to be the next fucking Elon Musk are the people investing in it right now. Sure. That's the facts. And the people investing in it right now are going to be, well taken care of in the next few decades. So there's a part of me that wants to have 2 feet in each side, because it's like, it ain't going anywhere. But if you feel like a piece of shit supporting the bad that it does, and I don't know what to do, but anyway, but I want to retire too, so who knows?
Good luck with that.
Speaking of that, you guys can become members. Throw us $2 a month, and you get in on our member-only commentaries. Like and subscribe. But hey, I was going to say really quick, we're going to segue into Todd's topic before we get into Pete and Pete. Can I just tell you guys what I picked up, though, really quick?
Yeah, let's see it, man.
Okay, got in the mail. Boom, Miss 45. Mine didn't get canceled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine, Miss 45. Notice a little ding in the corner there. Oh no, that's no good at all.
I need to check Amazon and see if that's up there.
Yeah, I mean they might. But yeah, so I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
You know? But I love Abel Ferrara. So it's like, and I don't know, I just love so many of his other movies that I'll blind buy.
It's
I know
great.
Todd loves it, and I know it's a classic. So looking forward to watch. And that's such a joy, by the way, when I've never seen a movie and I get to watch it for the first time with such high fidelity. What a joy. And I got, boom, the Kino Lorber Death Wish 3.
Oh, that's already out?
Yep.
Shit, I didn't know that.
And by the way, this shit is like, 4Ks are getting ridiculously expensive, but it tends to scare you away to pre-order on Amazon, but don't. They always mark it up in the like a super high. They always go down. Like this fucking shit was like fucking $55. I paid $23.
Oh, okay.
It went down.
The Kino stuff or
that's pretty good. 4K. So it's like, but you always save money on a little bit of it. So it's like it doesn't. They don't charge you till it ships. You can always cancel it. You can always return it. You might as well. And if you guys had that mentality, maybe everybody would have gotten one of those Freddy box sets. You know, I'm just saying,
you're rubbing that shit into people.
Dude, just like I don't take any chances anymore.
I know
because there's too many people buying shit up to scalp or whatever.
Yeah,
and even if they end up producing a lot, great, return it. Just secure one day one. You don't have to come up with the money right now. The day Amazon changes that policy and they charging like a more of a smaller, like a diabolic or whatever.
Sure. When you charge, when you
right when you pre-order, okay, that will change it. But right now, there's nothing to lose, and this is why Amazon keeps taking everybody's business, because you know they got an easy return policy. They send you fucked up shit, but as long as they keep making an easy return, I'll keep buying. As long as the pre-orders are free, I'll keep pre-ordering. And I got In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, I still need to get that too. Jesus, I don't have money, so.
Well, I pre-ordered these day one, so I haven't bought anything since that. But you know, these went on pre-order some months ago. But these are gonna have to get me.
Those three are must own, man. Well, for me at least, I need to get them.
Now I get to sell my other Death Wish 3. Who put that out? Like Scorpion or something?
I never got that one.
I have that. Now I get to sell that one for maybe like, you know, $8. But anyway, let's see here. Warner Brothers Return to the Living Dead 2 is practically a back catalog title, which means that it's not really a big deal most of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of the titles that gets flagged for us. I mean, we got flagged like 3 or 4 times. I tried to upload the damn thing and it just kept getting flagged. So hopefully by Friday I'll have that up. So that's what I'm counting on.
All right. So anyway, on the last topic before we get into Pete and Pete, goodness, Todd messaged me today. You know, we both tend to send each other cranky old man voice notes or whatever. And Todd's cranky old man yelling at the clouds today he got really offended at Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds. Is he David Carradine, Robert Carradine? Which Carradine is he? Keith?
It's Robert Carradine.
Robert. Yeah. I know it's not Keith, and David's the one that's got a belt around his neck in hell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He started a podcast with somebody else. Who did he start a podcast with?
Richard Gabby or something. He's a producer / actor or nothing, pretty much.
Anyway, he was just kind of raging about like, God, like, and he was showing me clips like, yeah, like the amount of money they put into this and they're not getting any hits and it's not taking off. And it just kind of like spurred on the conversation of the podcast space has gotten so oversaturated to the point where just because you've done something famous in the past, which I say loosely, like, you know, used to, it all but guaranteed you a leg up on all the guys like me and Todd that were just like guys that started podcasts, you know, like the way they started. It was guys like us who weren't radio DJs or, you know, we basically podcasts generally started with people talking about shit that wasn't getting covered. Very
Yep.
niche stuff.
Hmm.
In like Revival House's case, where it started off as Behind the Mask, the genesis was more grindhousey flicks, exploitation stuff, which you couldn't even go to mainstream horror publications and hear about movies like Water Power or
All the shit, the majority of stuff you couldn't find. It wasn't even like available. Like,
yeah,
it's
not
hard to find on VHS. Like, it was
Singapore
underground,
Sling and shit
underground
like that,
stuff. Yeah.
and we quickly morphed from that into more horror and stuff because I'm just not the biggest exploitation guy. But you guys know what I'm trying to say is, and you probably had people have podcasts about other niche shit that's not film related that just wasn't getting covered in any sort of mainstream outlet. And it was just sort of the Wild Wild West, and it was kind of cool. It kind of harkened back to the days where I was a kid and I had like a little tape recorder and I would do my own radio shows with my brothers.
Mm.
It's like, wow, we can, and no, but now we can actually put it on the internet. We might not get any hits or any viewers, but the fact that we can put it out there and maybe somebody like a random person might find it. And that's kind of what it was. You never had like a whole lot of listeners or anything else, but the people you found were diehards because the people that even knew what a podcast was and knew where to look for a podcast, they were already hardcore.
Yeah, and the fact is, we also like, it was at the time when a lot of it was on Skype that we recorded, and we purchased our own like Skype phone number for like, I don't know, $10 a year, and you would leave that phone number open for like people to leave voice messages or do call-in shows and actually talk to listeners, and it could be fucking anybody. It could be somebody from Zimbabwe for all you know. Yeah, exactly. But it was just kind of cool because I mean, it just more of a community when it came to that, and it was like super super niche. And I used to listen to podcasts like, God, I think I started like 2009. I was living with my wife, and I used to listen to podcasts in bed. Like, we're sleeping, she's sleeping next to me. I sit there, listen to horror podcast. That was like the time for me where I can sit there and unwind, listen to horror podcasts, fall asleep. And then it kind of became an addiction where I, if I was like, go and clean out my car, I'd always have my headphones in, listen to podcasts, because I was a big talk radio kid growing up. So when I was like, God, I used to listen to Art Bell when I was like, 8 years old, sitting in there in my bedroom.
You can still listen to Art Bell. They put all his archival shit
Yeah,
on like,
which I still listen to it. Yeah, but like, I used to go to bed listening to him.
I used to listen
to
syndicated shows like Loveline, and I'm fucking way too young to know what any of these guys are talking about on Loveline. The call-in shows are great. Howard Stern, all that stuff.
Delilah, remember Delilah?
Delilah. Yeah, I used to listen to Delilah. She's always like, find your special someone.
Yes.
Snuggle with your honey. And listen to this next Phil Collins hit.
And then, and then Sunday we get Casey Kasem, of course. We're driving to church. I gotta listen to Casey Kasem, yeah. But it was just, I don't know. There's something about radio that, as much as I loved television, television like wasn't huge. It was movies, of course, and it was the radio. So I don't know, something about that.
We used to do them. I used to have my little talk boy, my Tiger talk boy, and I used to do radio shows, and I would host it, and my guests would be like my brothers or whatever, and like I would do impressions, like, and I this is before I even knew what Howard Stern or radio shows really were like, they were really doing that. People were calling in pretending to be celebrities. I would do impressions of like Bill Clinton, and I'd be interviewing Bill Clinton, and then in the middle I would even have fake commercials like go to ad, and it would be me doing fake commercials. And then I remember I would also like throw in like old-timey serials, or it'd be like audio stories. I'd tell like a haunted story in the break or whatever. I remember I came up with this, and I haven't thought about this, and it's all coming back to me. Wow. I remember I came up with this character called the Stinky Cheese Foot. And this just tells you how young I was, because like, oh, Stinky Cheese Foot, oh, so funny. But my heart was in the right place. I might have been the second grade, but basically the story of the Stinky Cheese Foot was some like old bureaucrat from like hundreds of years ago that got dug up from a cemetery, and somebody chopped off his foot, like grave robbing him, and the foot became possessed, and it was the stinky rotten cheese foot, and it just stank. And like, I literally had an episode, a serial where and it was kind of like an Ernest thing. I think maybe that's where subconsciously, like, oh, they always put Ernest in new situations. Ernest goes to jail. I remember, so I would always find the Stinky Cheesefoot in different scenarios. And the one I remember the most is the one where I had the Stinky Cheesefoot goes to the White House. Stinky Cheesefoot takes on DC, and he broke into the White House, and he broke into Bill Clinton's fridge, and Bill Clinton was like raiding the fridge in the middle of the night, and he was eating mold off the Stinky cheese. It's just fucking, and I would do like impressions of Bill Clinton in the script. I don't know where all this is coming from. I'm just like spitting it all out now.
No, man. I used to do the same thing. I used to grab my grandma's tape recorder, sing old commercials. The one commercial I would always sing was the Bob Seger commercial, the Chevy commercial, Like a Rock. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like a rock. Yeah.
I'm as strong as I can be.
Yeah.
Like a rock. Yeah.
Always sang that, man.
And God, this is terrible. And then
sorry,
I was sorry. I mean, like this, these things are coming back to me. They're terrible that I was coming up with this stuff, but I was like a little kid. I remember I would make my own fake trailers to real movies. And so Batman was all the rage, right? And I did my own fake like radio promo for Batman Returns, which was I don't know what year this was. It wasn't Batman Forever, but Batman Returns was on VHS. So I was still probably like in the second grade. But anyway, this just goes to show I was watching and consuming shit like Loveline, and I was hearing terminology, and I had no idea what it fucking meant. And I was just saying stuff to be edgy. And I remember I was doing like lines from Batman Returns in my promo ad for the movie, but I was changing them. So like there's a scene in Batman Returns where when Penguin is killing the Ice Princess to frame Batman as the murderer, and he throws his fucking umbrella like a dart, and it opens up and a bunch of bats fly out, and it knocks the princess off the fucking rooftop. And then people see it. Oh, Batman pushed the princess. Anyway, Penguin goes, "Bats with wings do their things." And I said, I changed that to "Bats with dinghies give good rim jobs."
What?
But does that sound like a fucking kid? Like did
you know what a rim job was at that age?
No. And I was doing like the impression of the Penguin, and it would just be to make my brothers laugh, because it's like you're a kid, and then you say something kind of dirty, is bad, you don't know what it is, and it's just fucking stupid and hilarious. My brother still remembers that. We'll quote that. Dinghies give good rim jobs. Like, what does that even fucking mean, guys?
Who knows?
But I was telling a brother not that long ago, like I would absolutely kill to have those cassette tapes.
Oh yeah,
I would kill to have those shit. And I remember I would even do bits, kind of like I said, I didn't even know they existed at the time. But like Howard Stern, they'll do like bits where they'll take like a provocateur of the studio, like a Richard Christie or a Sal Governale, and they'll go through the office and torment somebody like Scott the engineer or whatever. I was doing that shit too. I'd have my radio show, and I would go and I would torment like my brother, who was kind of like, he wasn't really in the clique of it. I would go and I'd sing like a fake song, a fake lyric, a country bumpkin song. And then in the middle of the lyrics, I would start talking shit about him where he was in earshot, and I'd make fun of his weight or something, and I'd get him riled up, and you can hear him in the background. And like, and I just wish I had this footage still. Like, God. Sure. But this is why we started podcasts. When podcasts were like a thing, it's like, dude, how fun is that? Anyway, to make a long story even longer, basically, dude, everybody knows every celebrity started having a podcast. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against it. I consume a lot of them. It's fine. It really started in the comedian space, which is totally cool. I get it. But it's just gotten to such an insane point now where you have a Robert Carradine, where maybe if Robert Carradine came out fucking 8 years ago, maybe he could have lasted. But now it's like too little too late. And because you guys got
it's a whole thing of celebrity interviewing celebrity.
You got
not interesting to me at all.
For a brief moment, it was interesting for a brief moment, but
it depends on who it is.
It's been done. But like, you guys got to remember, Joe Rogan is like the king of podcasts or whatever. When Joe Rogan first started doing, he was doing it out of his bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen that old footage, he was doing it out of his bedroom with his friends, really shitty quality, Skype quality, like shitty camera. They're hanging out getting high, and it wasn't articulate. It was just fucking stupid. And he was just at the time, literally, the mainstream audience just knew him as that fucking guy that hosted Fear Factor. That's kind of like Robert Carradine now, where it's like Lizzie McGuire's dad. It was just as obscure. It's just now Joe Rogan is the king of podcasts, because now he's more known for podcasting.
Sure.
You don't even think about like, oh, that fucker from news radio back in the day. So they're just too little too late. And I don't blame Robert Carradine. Wait, Velveteen, whatever, sorry. Red Velvet Hammer. Anyway, I thought that was his brother David, right?
That was David, yeah.
Yeah, David was jerking his gherkin in a fucking Thai closet, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, Robert is still kicking, and Robert Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds.
I love him in Revenge of the Nerds. It's just the fact, dude. I mean, like, what was interesting about him? Like, I went through the actual podcast. He's getting people that we should be getting, like Melinda Clark. John Carpenter was just on there. I watched this, and
look,
this freaking interview fucking sucks.
This is where I differ from Todd just a little bit, because I don't want to come off like I'm bitter or something. I'm not jealous. I don't give a shit.
I'm not bitter. I go into these interviews wanting to actually learn something about like filmmaking but it's a member berries podcast. Like, remember the time when we shot this blah blah. It's like, who gives a fuck?
My thing is, and this is one of the reasons why we haven't really done interviews in years, is because back in the day, if you guys are newer to our channel or you've been here just a couple of years, go back into the archives. There was a time where we were doing interviews. We were talking to, industry folks. We were doing interviews with actors and musicians and all stuff. And it was a lot of fun. It was very cool. But the thing is now when Robert Carradine uses his connections to book a fucking interview with John Carpenter, mind you, his podcast, and I'm not picking on him, his podcast is like, what, a couple thousand subs?
Yeah, like 3,000.
Like 3,000, and his videos are not cracking a couple of hundred views. You know what I mean? I'm saying, I'm not knocking him. That's totally cool. But he's pulling John Carpenter's and stuff like that. And it's just all through connection. And when these celebrities join an oversaturated market to try and make a dime, and they use their industry pool or their connections to get on good guests, and especially when they suck at interviewing, or not really, like Todd said, giving us anything of real substance, it devalues those interview guests.
Oh yeah.
Now, if Todd and I interviewed John Carpenter 10 years ago, 50,000 hits.
Yeah.
At least 50 to 100. It just depends. Like, but now they're a dime a dozen. And I still think the cream rises to the crop as far as a good interview. Like Todd was saying, if it was someone like Sean Clark.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great interview if he interviewed like John Carpenter. I mean, very insightful. It'd be shit that I didn't know about.
Because he's in the community.
Yeah.
And he would ask the really good questions.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just talk about like, oh, did you ever work with this guy? I work with that guy. Yeah, I was nobody wants to fucking hear that. It's just
and the only person that can do it, and I was telling Aaron this, was the Pauly Shore and what's his face? Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin, just because it's not like they're talking about movies that like, I mean, they're talking about comedies, and nobody really gives a shit about the backstory about a comedy, in my opinion, at least, or the filming of a comedy, that sort of thing. Like, I want to know like goofy shit they did on there, because they're stoner kids, so
look, sometimes that stuff is cool. I'm not knocking them, like people relating and talking about their history, but the difference is
wasting legends on people that shouldn't be interviewing. These people aren't going to be around for very much longer. That's the whole thing. It's it drives me nuts.
I don't mind the going down memory lane with people that make sense. So like what I was telling Todd is, rest in peace, Wes Craven. If Wes Craven had interviewed Robert Englund,
very interesting,
because there's a history there. But if you got Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds interviewing a guy like Robert Englund, I mean, that's only going to go so fucking deep. I'm sorry, and it's not going to be anything of substance. It's just not, and there's no common ground there.
Yeah.
And now you have Robert Englund's got a shit ton of interviews out there, right? Just talking about the box set, and they're all the same. It's just not fun. It's like I can't tell any of them from
some woman that he was interviewing him was Battlestar Galactica. She was in or something. What was that?
Katie Sackhoff, whatever.
Ugh,
but again,
terrible.
What is Katie Sackhoff? No disrespect to Katie Sackhoff.
Except her podcast sucks.
Look, I get what Katie Sackhoff's another one. It's like, yeah, I'll start a podcast. And look, it's a free country. I get it. They have agents. Their agents are like, hey, you got to start a podcast. And I don't blame them.
Listen to that shit.
But they're trying to, I get it. They're trying to make a buck. Their agents are doing it. They're like, sure, why not? These fucking people probably didn't even realize a podcast existed before 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't expect. So I'm not blaming them for trying to make money at all. It's just, it's done. And hopefully, I don't think the bubble's ever going to completely burst, but hopefully at the very least, we're at the point now where every fucking D-list celebrity is going to stop trying because there's too many. There's a lot of podcasters out there that have some kind of note of fame. They've done.
Thankfully, Daniel Harris hung it up with what's her name, and they're not doing it anymore. So,
well, I'm just saying there's people like there's a lot of these people that are on like the C list, even B list, that are they're bombing. They're not doing. They're having struggling podcasts now. In relation to the money they're putting up for it, right? So at least maybe we'll have a little bit of a step back on everybody and their fucking mom doing one. I'm not against
not picking on Carradine, but he's the con cockroach that is interviewing other con cockroaches. I mean, look at this. Clint Howard, he's interviewing. Michael Bean,
dude, look,
Daniel Roebuck.
I'm not picking on him, but like Katie Sackhoff, that's 100% why she's talking to Robert Englund, because they probably rubbed elbows at a con somewhere and they became friendly. They don't have anything to do with their universes, but now we have all these buddies talking that we do the con circuit. Yeah, I don't know, man. People can do whatever they want. All I'm saying is it's really diluted this, and it is what it is. And I just hope we take a step back now, and the Donnell Rawlings of the world, the Robert Carradines of the world, all these fucking people that have failing podcasts, and most of them don't. Most of them know they're failing, and they give them up within 6 months.
Yeah.
Just let's have less and less people trying these out. That would be great, and then we can go back, because I have no problem with the Joe Rogans. I have no problem with the Theo Vaughns, whatever. Let's keep it good. The good shit needs to stay. The people that are good at what they do, the interesting podcast, great. I like listening to Mick Garris's podcast. I liked listening to Eli Ross podcast when he was doing it. Yeah, man. I just don't know what to say.
Adam Green, his was
Adam
good.
Green had one. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm not against it. Let's just take a step back. And I'm not against people making money, but let me tell you what. Celebrity culture has already ransacked and taken over the con circuit.
Yeah,
right.
We don't need them taking over YouTube as well.
And that's fine. Guess what? Guys like me and Todd and your favorite YouTubers or podcasters, that's not they can't go to cons. Great. Those horror, that's not their thing. But they're stepping and polluting our space. And yeah, they all want to be on YouTube now. And it sucks. It just fucking sucks. But anyway, I think we should stop whining.
Happier talk. Sorry, we're whining.
I
was bitching at you earlier today, and
it is happy because I think it's good, because I think we're gonna take a step back from it.
Yeah.
Like good, maybe less fucking Robert Carradines or fucking Booger, or Booger's next. I'm sure Booger has one.
Booger probably does. Dude.
You know what's funny, dude? Is like, I just think it's so hilarious, because I remember when we started this, nobody fucking knew what a podcast was.
No.
We would tell people we worked with or hung out with, like, yeah, we have a podcast. Like, what is that? What the fuck is a podcast? And we would explain it to them, like, so it's like the radio. Like, well, no, not really. Wait, so you do
talking
and you do this and you don't make money and nobody's listening? Like, they didn't get it.
No.
And dude, this is the last thing I'll say. I thought it was so funny. Once again, not knocking it. I don't really believe in gatekeeping that much, but I remember one of these
Fuck
people.
that. I'm gatekeeping.
I
Fuck no.
remember one of these people, these friends, someone who's a friend of mine. I haven't really talked to him in years, but they they were one of those people that didn't understand what it was, and I was rooming with them very briefly during like in between my travels, and they didn't get it. Like, what the fuck is a podcast? And fast forward, and I just watched that they're launching their own podcast, and they're like, oh, and they're kind of a little behind because they're kind of doing that thing people were doing about 10 years ago, where the friends were kind of catching up to podcasting, and they would have a whole launch teaser. They'd build a social, and it'd be them and like a friend, like, oh, with like a teaser, and like, we don't know what we're doing yet, and then you'll never see fucking more than 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's just, that's cool. The best of luck to them. But I'm like, I just find it funny. It's like, oh, that thing that we've been doing 14 years you thought was fucking stupid, now you're doing one.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
exactly.
great. Yeah, look, Rev Helvelt. Sorry, I'm getting your name all fucked up. You haven't messaged before, have
Rev
you?
Helvet.
Like Red Velvet.
Yeah, I think so.
It's fucking with my. I'm probably dyslexic, and I don't realize. I'm probably just realizing it right now. But gatekeeping is pure and necessary.
Absolutely.
You know what? It's so funny because that's a whole topic in its own. It kind of is, because you get these fucking Trojan horses that invade on some kind of culture that should be for everybody. It should be pure, and they ruin the fucking party, dude. And they cultivate and yeah, it's like, to a degree, yeah, I think you should gatekeep.
Mhm.
I don't think the gatekeeping should be as hard as like nobody should be allowed in.
No.
Their just intentions need to be fucking pure, man. They have to be really into it. If their intention is to come in and
you got to know your history. You got to, yeah, there's certain things that you
who's
need
that?
to know.
Who's that guy? Who's the founder, the McDonald's guy, the Ray, whatever his name is? That Michael Keaton did the McDonald's founder biopic. Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't.
So you want to be careful, because you don't want to let those guys in, the wolf in sheep's clothing. So the guy, Ray Kroc, whatever the fuck his name is, the founder of McDonald's, he traveled, I think it was in California. I know I've seen the movie, but I can't remember. And there was a little shop, a burger shop that these two brothers started. It was just local. And he saw how fucking huge it was in the local community. And it was basically the first McDonald's. And anyway, a wolf in sheep clothing, he swept in, got his little clutches in, basically built him up, threw him under the bus, basically stole the corporation. And now you have McDonald's today, and fucking ruined it. Cause I'm sure the restaurant they had was awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was probably pure food. You should watch that biopic. It's pretty good. And, but yeah, you got to be careful. And it's basically if there's $1 to squeeze, dude, somebody's going to try and do it. When terrestrial radio died and podcasting started to become more popular and people started realizing what it was, after you had like your Adam Carollas and your Rogans and stuff like that, finding success with it, which, God bless them. They've been around for years.
Yeah.
Like I said,
OGs. Yeah.
And, podcasting just became the new terrestrial radio. All these companies that own the terrestrial radio stations, they were buying up podcast networks, Podcast One, Westwood One, all these different, and they just moved it over. And then guess what? Then came the ads, then came the censorship, then came the whatever, and it just kind of became terrestrial radio again, kind of. But except now you have your options, and there's like niches and all that shit. It's great, but whatever. I'm happy to meet in the middle, man. Come on. I'm not saying we have to go back to the fucking Stone Age.
No, not at all.
Let's see here. Rev Helvete, named for the Norwegian record store. Is that the one that Mayhem used to frequent? And with yeah.
Oh.
This isn't like our buddy Pat, is it? Under like a fake name, under a second account. But isn't that the one that burned down like not that long ago? And that's the one where Euronymous and everybody would hang out in the basement of and all that stuff, right?
If it's Pat, he's probably shoving some kid in a locker.
Probably shoving something in his ass. I'm just kidding. No, not Pat. Pat would never.
No.
Pat would never. He does the ass shoving. That man. I'm just kidding. We love Pat.
Yeah, we love him.
The film gatekeeping is in my town, the film gatekeeping in my town is cringe, and the ones doing it aren't exactly the next Tarantino or Kubrick. Yeah, like I said, there's a line there. Like, I mean, I think anybody that's genuinely interested in something should totally be allowed to participate. You just kind of have to sniff out the people that have like ulterior motives. I don't know, and you should still protect what you love.
If you're just in it for the money, you got problems. Let's say that.
On that note, give us money. Hey, I'm just kidding. Hey, let's talk about some good shit. Let's talk about some Pete and Pete.
Do it.
It's been a minute. So you guys have had like fucking an hour and 10 minutes.
Bitching. Yeah.
No, to pull up the Pete and Pete episode.
Too.
Todd's got it linked in this stream down below. It's on YouTube. Shockingly, Viacom, Paramount, they haven't pulled this shit. You can find this stuff. All people have ripped the DVDs. But we're go ahead.
Scott's Retro Collectibles is the YouTube channel.
Okay, is there Scott's Retro Collectibles? Is there any ads on this?
No, not mine.
I don't think so. Okay, so we're gonna go and get fired up. You know, I should have downloaded this, my 4K downloader. Are you sure there's no ads?
There's no ads on my end.
I'm very mad if there's ads. I don't see any ads. Okay,
no.
We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah.
We're not there, but
no.
God, this fucking theme song, dude.
Oh, the theme song's amazing.
So this is just basically this episode. This is the second season of Pete and Pete. The first season, I think it was their Halloween episode. It was the one where they were trying to beat the record to stay up for like 11 nights, and they're outside playing like flashlight tag. And they were dropping like flies, and little Pete was trying to break.
You're muffled a little bit on my end.
Am I muffled?
You're good now.
All I did was turn up the volume on the video for a second.
Oh, wow.
But it's in here.
Oh,
makes no fucking sense.
Audio muffled, Zakito. Yeah.
Interesting. Can I do a test? Is it muffled again when I turn my video up? Hello. Is it muffled?
No, it sounds fine now.
Weird. Sorry, guys. But what I was saying was, first, this is season 2. The first season had the Halloween episode was little Pete trying to break the record for like the longest they stayed up. They had to stay up for like 11 hours playing like flashlight tag. And I remember all his friends were passing out and he was trying to go. And I remember his mom kept the dream alive by coming out and playing with him. And this one is kind of similar because again, little Pete's trying to break a record. In this case, he's trying to hit the most houses on Trick or Treat night in Wellsville history.
Yeah.
So, but really quick, we got to acknowledge this fucking amazing song.
Oh, I love it, dude. I listen to it all the time. I throw it in my car sometimes when I'm driving around.
That's right. Zakito, it's the Nightcrawlers episode. That's right. This one is extra Halloweeny though. Yeah, this song, dude, it just bleeds 90s.
Yeah. And it just takes you back to that time. 1994.
Yeah. Is that this year? 94?
Yeah, this originally aired October 30th, 1994.
Oh wow, okay. I was gonna guess 93, but yeah, okay, 94. It's not that like I was super into that music but it's so nostalgic and it's so damn catchy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And look at it doesn't just end there with the music because we're smack dab in grunge city. This is the era. Look at just the aesthetic of this. And they really filmed this in New Jersey in the fall. Like none of it's faked. I listened to a commentary where they were saying, no, like we literally filmed the summer through the winter. So we actually got to hit and do a Christmas episode of how during the seasons. And it was really cool. And they were talking about how, like, you can't get more Halloweeny than the fall in Jersey. And it's just perfect. They didn't have to do anything. And you have R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg. She died, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Complications with her liver transplant, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just a little tyke here, man. She was Harriet the Spy later on. But Danny Tamborelli, everybody in the show is really talented.
Oh,
Look, she's going as Pete for Halloween. The Petunia, dude. Like Danny Tamborelli is so talented. His looks, his dad is so fucking funny, dude.
And Danny Tamborelli, he's just hysterical in pretty much every episode. This was actually one of his favorites. He was saying just because he got to run around and eat candy all night. He said.
Hey, question. The amount of celebrity cameos in this show is awesome and really cool. Steve Buscemi is Michelle Trachtenberg's dad. Really quick, I might have missed it, but is Iggy Pop not her dad? Is that not her, Michelle
I think
Trachtenberg?
that's her dad. Yeah, Iggy Pop.
And he go, yeah. So did they recast? Wasn't Steve Buscemi like the principal? It's been foggy. I don't remember everything. I have to go back and watch it all. But
I thought that was her dad, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, I might be wrong. But anyway, it's very clever throwing him in here, and they call him Pop. Iggy Pop, and even at the end, he calls the kids after like Endless Mike Stooge.
Yeah,
These are great, dude. Like, and who is that for? It's for the parents. I don't think even in 1994, the Stooges, Iggy and the Stooges, that wasn't exactly Nirvana and Alice in Chains. That was still before us. And if you were like the age of watching Pete and Pete, you hadn't discovered maybe that stuff yet, Raw Power and stuff like that.
sure.
So that was definitely for your parents, and very, very cool. And they ended up getting Iggy Pop a few more times. I'm pretty sure he might have been a neighbor. Yeah, he might be right.
Love the opening narrations with Big Pete, and then of course like the reflections with Big Pete at the end of the episodes, which I think is very clever. It's great, like you're saying, nostalgic as hell. It's fantastic.
Well, it's perfect. It's a perfect dynamic because the through line through the series is it's always about their brotherly relationship.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a Wonder Years type thing, except instead of a guy reliving his youth talking in the past tense, it's him narrating it in the now, but it's still the same effect. You could almost attribute it almost like, hey, this is a guy looking back on his childhood, me and my brother, and what we went through. And yeah,
especially if you grew up with brothers. I mean, I have one brother I grew up with, and yeah, it hit close to home with us because I was the younger brother of,
and he's the perfect of the two to be narrating every episode because little Pete he's kind of the firecracker. He's this really motivated one to do all this crazy shit. Big Pete's older and he's going through different struggles than little Pete. He's in this one, he's kind of they're at this thing where they're in between ages where little Pete is still into Halloween, but Big Pete is outgrowing it. And and so he agrees to look, he hates Halloween.
He's losing his Halloween spirit pretty much.
He's losing his Halloween spirit. He smashes a pumpkin, which is going to make the Halloweenies want to recruit him. But yeah, and it's a real coming of age thing because that happens when you have brothers where you start to overlap and you lose that overlap where you're not into the same stuff anymore. And but yeah, he agrees to go out and help little Pete, but he's kind of annoyed and agitated the whole time, and it means so much to little Pete. And at a point, he's probably somebody that cares a little bit more about his cred. And I don't know. He's got to get fucking Halloween, dude. I wish I could go back and enjoy Halloween.
Well, there's a lot of kids his age that they grow out of it. Like the funny thing is, the reason I chose this was I was actually at the grocery store and I overheard two coworkers talking. These two boys were probably 19, 20, and they were talking about dressing up for Halloween and going to a Halloween party. One of them saying like, "No, I'm too old to do that. I'm not dressing up for Halloween." The other one's like, "Oh man, it'll be fun," that sort of thing. I actually turned around and said, "Hey, yeah, you're never too old to trick or treat and like dress up. Halloween's, for everybody."
You're too old to trick or treat, Todd.
Well, I'm saying like dress up for Halloween, like Halloween
I don't want any
stuff like that.
I don't want people with stubble coming to my door and taking candy.
I'm not saying go trick or treating like houses, but I'm saying like Halloween parties, stuff like that.
Okay, well, you said trick or treating, which
whatever. But
yeah, celebrate Halloween. It's all great, but
yeah,
but that's what's so great about these coming of age shows. And like I said, unlike Wonder Years, which he was dating back to the 60s, which we can't relate to, this is speaking to us in the now as 90s kids.
Yeah.
And yet when I was watching this, I was fucking still prime trick-or-treating age. I wasn't too old for it yet.
No.
But I remember my first trick-or-treating where I was like, I just didn't care about it. I don't remember if I was like, what were you?
I was like 13 probably.
Oh, really?
14.
I was maybe 7th grade. Oh, wow. You were going trick-or-treating all the way, but you were a little older. What grade were you in?
I think I stopped it when I was 7th grade.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely didn't trick-or-treat in 8th grade. It's possible I did it in 7th grade. Even at that point, I might have begrudgingly did it just to take my little brothers who were in kindergarten at the time. But that was, I'm like, and I probably didn't dress up. I probably just kind of took them. And I was just over it, and I don't know why, but now I wish I could kind of go back to those times. But now I have such great memories about hitting up our old neighborhood when I lived with my grandmother, and they were kind of well-to-do people in some of those houses, and let's no one's gonna know this but like Skyline. Do you know Skyline? And like, oh fuck, no, you don't.
No, we
Not
used to go to Warren Buffett's neighborhood. And he used to like his neighborhood handed out like the big chocolate bars,
Was
So
it not gated?
his neighborhood,
Yeah,
no. The Regency one, no.
maybe it is today.
I
Maybe
don't
not
think
back
so.
then.
I don't think so.
But anyway, yeah, I didn't know anything about no fucking Warren Buffett's back then, and my parents weren't taking me to Warren Buffett's. But I know, but we would go to the nice houses and stuff like that, and we lived in Elkhorn. I'll just say it right. So we used to live in this area called the Skyline Ranches, dude.
Oh yeah, I
And
was just there for basketball game. Yeah,
they
have horses there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Crazy, dude.
I grew up with it. So my grandmother, we had no money, but we were living in my grandmother's basement, and those are the happiest times of my life living with her. And yeah, we'd wake up, go in the kitchen, and in our backyard there's horse trails. I'd watch horses go by, like we're drinking your cocoa, eating your cereal every morning. And yeah, and the aesthetic is like they have ranch fence. It's just kind of the aesthetic. And I was saying it today to my wife. I was like, if I ever come into money, the first thing I'm going to do is put an offer on my grandmother's old house in the ranches, because it's my bet. Oh, that's where I watched this. That's
Yeah,
where I was. That's where I was growing up watching Snick. I was watching Nicktoons. I watched this fucking episode at that house in the ranches, and to this day, it is the epitome of like Americana neighborhood for me. It's just and I actually talk about feeling nostalgia, and that's part of why this episode made me feel that sad nostalgia, because it reminds me of that time. Not all of my childhood was great.
It's totally funny you said that, because I always look when my grandparents' house sells. I always look to buy it too, because my grandpa built it originally, and they left like in late 90s. But I grew up there. So many memories there. That was like my house, and I'd love to have that house.
And it wouldn't even have to be on the market. I would like offer $100,000 over if I had the money. Like if I came into some fucking buku cash, I would offer them. I'd call them up. I'd be like, hey, I would like to offer $100,000 over the market value. Take it. Like, and because I would like snowbird over there. I don't know. I'd fucking live part of the year. I just love it, and it's a place I would love to. I think I had such a great childhood there. And it's not the same. Obviously, now we're still in the fucking smartphone era, so it's probably not the same. But that's why this episode makes me so nostalgic in a sad way, because it reminds me of I was there. And it's also extra sad for me just because my childhood wasn't the greatest. But whenever we got to go back and live with my grandmother, like I lived with her second, third grade in that house, then we left. And then I came back like fifth grade, part of fourth grade, and stayed through part of sixth grade. Then we left. And we'd literally like go to some fucking trailer park in Tennessee, and we're, because my dad was getting out of prison, and we'd be getting it'd be torture. And then like my grandparents there would come and rescue us to clean up the mess whenever shit fucking. So it was like a break from the fucking chaos, and it was a place where we got fed. Like my Grammy's awesome. My grandmother's the best grandmother in the world. And she would feed us every day, give us 3 square meals. She loved us. She would take us out to eat, buy us happy. It felt like a real home.
Sure.
And she loved us, dude. And so it was always really sad when we got pulled away, because, hey, let's do the family up again. Like, no, please not. Please don't. Stop answering dad's calls. Please. Anyway, I actually found myself going on Google Earth a month ago, and I was walking through the ranches, my old neighborhood. I was trying to see if I could remember how to walk from my elementary school back home. And I remember it.
That was your elementary school? That's where my son had a game.
Skyline Elementary?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. I was in the gym, and
love it.
we have games there like every week.
Do they
So
still have outdoor classrooms? They have those little track trailers out there?
I didn't notice
Because I
that.
remember when I was aging out of that elementary school, they were starting to build. Like I remember being in 5th grade and they were building like the outdoor classrooms. They were going to expand, like whoa! And then I never really got to see it. And I remember the last time I visited there was like last time I visited Skyline Ranches was I think your wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went because my mom was there because she came to the wedding too, and we decided to take a drive to Skyline Ranches and kind of relive it. But and I would like to go again if I ever find myself in Omaha again. I want to make a pilgrimage, and what I like to do is it sounds creepy, so I would do it on a weekend so it doesn't look like I'm a fucking Merv the Perv. But I want to park my fucking car at the elementary school and just walk the same that I used to walk because I used to
Sure.
walk home from Skyline, go down the street to the fucking crosswalk, take a right on Harney Street. My grandmother lived on Harney Street, and I would want to walk and take a left on Green Lawn Road to my old friend Ben's house. Everything, and I did that on Google Earth, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Google Earth is fascinating.
Oh yeah.
And I even went all the way to my friend Ben's house, who lived on a cul-de-sac on the next street over from Harney Street, and I saw his mom from the Google Earth car. His mom today because they still live there.
Oh wow.
Still fucking, and I saw her outside taking out trash. I'm like, oh my god, blast from the past. And so his parents still live there. I wouldn't be surprised if he still spends a lot of time there. And I remember,
Is Ben the guy you shit all over his house?
yes, that's the guy. It's the house I should. So that would be something. I cannot buy my grandmother's old house until his parents pass away, and I don't have to look him in the eye because God knows I'm going to run into him at the Casey's on the corner or whatever. Like, oh, you look familiar. You smell familiar.
I can smell the shit anywhere.
It's still burned in my nose. So that
What if you went back into the room and there was still like all the socks or whatever you use? What did you use? The glowworm or whatever?
Look, let me tell you straight up. If I got to take a tour of this house, this house you're talking about as an adult, I knock on the door, the mom answers, and I plead my case. I'm like, hey, look, this place meant a lot to me. Do you mind if I take a walk through your house? You know, people do that sometimes. I grew up here. Can I walk through?
Yeah.
I would, as soon as I made it to Ben's room, the door would open, and it would be like the descendant of a Holocaust survivor going to Auschwitz.
Oh jeez.
You know, where they get the feelings where they see all the shoes.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'd be like, no, I'm just kidding. That's terrible, guys. Maybe you should bleep that out. But like the memories would come back to that was really terrible. Oh, don't even bring it up, Satan. What's up, everybody? You shit in someone's house?
Oh my god, this is yeah.
It's an old story. Maybe I can retell it every now and again, like if people haven't heard it. Like there's got to be people in here that have heard the story, right?
This story is iconic with Revival House. This is like the #1 story of Revival House.
Okay, so let me do a show of hands. I'll retell it if nobody here has heard it. If people are in here have heard it, I'm not going to tell it. Hey, Mutineer, sorry, Mr. Comment, bro. I always wonder why Bob Seger's song about his youthful erections was used in a truck ad.
How strong as I could be.
My youthful erections were not as strong as I could be. That came much later. But yeah, Zakido, it's that story. It's the shit boxers behind the dressers. So I don't want to retell it, but
we'll save it for another.
Well, if you want the original time I told the story, look up the Nightmare. Satan, look up the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 commentary. I'm pretty sure that's the commentary it's on.
Oh, really?
Old school. Yes, I'm pretty sure. And did we ever cut that out as a separate clip? I can't remember.
I don't know. Maybe we should.
When we were doing campfire tales, we might have. Zach might have done that back in the day, but I'm pretty sure it's on the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 commentary. I highly suggest you go check that out. And even if I tell it to you now, it's not
going to do it justice
because I had Zach there and it was just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Go check it out. But it's a traumatizing story. But anyway, yeah, it's just that's why I love this show, and it's because I really love that house and I love that time. And yeah, 100% I would buy it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool. You went to Skyline Elementary, man. And the cool thing about Skyline Elementary is we were kind of because I was a poor kid in a pretty nice neighborhood, and they had money in that school district.
Yeah,
the school was nice. So you went inside of the gymnasium, and God, that was probably the same gymnasium.
Tiny ass gym, dude. Man, it's so small.
Elementary school though, dude. How many elementary schools do you know with big gymnasiums?
There's a lot bigger ones than that, man.
Well, yeah, but anyway, I remember we used to play fishes and whales in that gymnasium. What I would do to be able to go to that school and just I would God, I would love to go to that school more than our high school.
Yeah.
And just feel what it feels like to be like, oh God, this place used to seem so huge. And you go in there as an adult and they're just like so small. And we had the classrooms were like they weren't your traditional separate rooms with doors. It was all like a open plan.
Mm.
Did you get to like walk the
I didn't
halls and
go.
stuff?
No, I didn't get to do
Everything's
that.
like an open floor plan.
Oh.
So if that makes sense, everything's separated by walls, but you just have to go. It's almost like a Japanese dwelling type of style,
Mm.
but it was kind of cool because everything you could just like peep on over to the next classroom or whatever, just behind the wall. And it was very modern at the time. It was very, and I didn't like, I'm like, what? I would watch episodes of shit like this and I'd see where they went to school. Like, how come my classroom's not like that? The old desks and the fucking doorknobs in the room. It's like Doug Funny. We didn't have that. I didn't have that until I like went to Kentucky. Then it's like, oh, this poor ass ghetto school with a haunted chick that makes your dinghy float in the air, and it's from like the 1920s. Something out of Nightmare on Elm Street, dude. That was kind of cool too. But
So you're talking about the filming locations. Filmed New Jersey, primarily
uh,
South Orange. I don't know. I think we have a couple listeners from New Jersey in here. West Orange and Cranford areas. This was actually shot on 16, I believe. Yep, 16 millimeter film, giving it a warm and nostalgic texture that fans love.
well, I think it's just a feast for the eyes shows back then too, man. Like the set design's amazing, the colorings, dude, just the costumes, like everything it's pure art, man. Like there was a scene we missed earlier where Pete was talking to Ellen and he's wearing like a bright purple fucking t-shirt or sweatshirt, and his hair is fire red, and she's got like a bright green fucking blouse on, and in the background you got the bright green vibrant trees. It's just everything is so the shot composite's fucking beautiful and it's so 90s. And like I said, it just to me it represents what the 90s were. It was a bright, vibrant time for me in my life at
Oh, it was
least.
great, man. The 90s were
And
so much fun.
and I miss it, man. And it's like now when you watch TV and you watch movies, especially, we've been stuck in this era where nobody wants to light night scenes because it's more realistic. Newsflash, fucking nerd, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Like I hate going to that's why I don't like going to theaters and not be able to see a fucking thing. My wife dragged me to see that Maleficent movie, Maleficent 2 or something back in the day. And not that I give a shit, but I remember watching the first like quarter of that movie. It's at night in the forest, and I'm like, I can't see a fucking thing. It's like a bunch of running and rustling, and something's going on. I'm like, it's pitch fucking black. What is going on? And yeah, I just miss the way they used to do. Like, look, if this was filmed today, you wouldn't be able to see fucking Endless Mike because his hair is black.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would just be so dark, dude. I'm like, I'm over it. Not everything has to be fucking real life, dude. Yeah, Satan, the Riddler, that's me, and the Crypt Keeper. Wait, what's with the face, dude? You're disappointed we're not in costume again?
Oh no, Gushy was asking. Hey
Oh,
Gushy,
my bad.
what's up?
Yeah, what was your last Halloween costume as a kid? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, the Riddler and the Crypt Keeper.
yeah. Look, I'm just giving these fucking faces of disappointment. Well, that was not my last costume. I dressed as the Riddler. If you guys saw our last stream, our Halloween blowout last week, we did it as true to life as it was back in the day. That costume you saw me wearing was pretty much how we DIY'd it back in the day. Of course, I don't look nearly as good in it today, but my big ass fucking Charlie Brown head was absorbing those fucking that mask into my eye sockets. And, obviously Todd had to makeshift his mask and do it, but Todd looked really creepy with that cut off and his glasses on. He didn't even look like the Crypt Keeper. He kind of looked like a sea monkey or something.
I did, or something from Star Wars. But my last costume would probably have been Bub, Day of the Dead.
What year was that?
Let's see, 90, 95, 96.
Oh,
90,
really?
96.
How old are you in 96?
12, 11.
So you still trick or treated after that without costumes then for a year or two?
Yeah. I
because that would have put you in a pretty young grade.
Yeah, because
That would,
I don't remember. My mom never bought costumes. We always had to do makeup and stuff.
dude.
So
I was
I don't
like
remember any makeup after that.
we're talking about 4th, 5th grade in '96. That's what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
I like I said, I know
So maybe
there
it was
was
6th grade was my
the last
year.
year or two I didn't dress up.
Yeah.
And I want to say maybe I can't even remember what the last thing I dressed up. You know what I think I dressed up as? I think I just went lazy, wore like a black turtleneck and some black jeans, and I
Ski
just
mask, yeah.
or I got like a Jason mask. I think I
Sure.
literally got a Jason mask like from the pharmacy, and I remember it had like the bite taken out of it, like in the blood stain or whatever. And I had I just did that. And I remember I'd taken my little brother's trick-or-treating. That's I'm pretty sure that's what I did, and like a little glow in the dark Jason mask. But
so we missed Big Pete's End Reflection, which was a great ending.
So go ahead and sum it up. And by the way, no surprise, the Halloweenies was headed up by Big Endless Mike. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because that scene cracked me up because they were having their Luke come to the dark side moment, where it's like join us, you hate Halloween, and his whole like, you're not my father type of thing, and smash the pumpkin. But go ahead and say what
Big Pete's End Reflection. You can't stop growing up, but maybe if you're lucky, you can keep a little Halloween with you, no matter how old you get.
Yeah, and it's a really good tidbit. And you can't stop growing up, but I think you can kind of like slow it down. I mean, like you don't have to move so fast.
No, I mean, we still dress up. I mean, I'm gonna dress up for my kids, when we go trick-or-treating on Friday. So I'm just gonna throw the Scream mask on or something.
I never stopped jacking off like I was 11. Don't.
I hope you wouldn't.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, take it slow, guys. In more ways than one, romance yourself a little bit. No, I don't think I ever. I mean, for God's sakes, I collected toys, guys. I still have the hobbies that are adjacent to my child, but I am kind of like starting to grow. I'm selling off a bunch of shit, but I'm not getting rid of all of it. I refuse to.
No,
I told my wife this, even with having a kid, I'm like, I refuse to completely forfeit. I'm not saying I'm not going to put other people first. I'm not saying that I'm not going to prioritize certain things, but that doesn't mean that my life and what I love is completely over. And I think they can coexist. Like, I'm going to have these Halloween masks back here if I like. I'm going to listen to records. I'm going to keep a couple of my toys. I'm going to play my guitar. I'm going to do all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I got rid of half of my movie collection. Like my whole basement was full of movies. And as I had kids and everything like that, like I'm very picky on what I keep now.
And that's an important age to get to, where I think I'm at now, and is to thin the herd to the good shit. Get rid of the clutter in your life.
Yeah.
I've been through both, where it's like I felt like just get rid of everything, and I kind of got to have my cake and eat it too, because I traveled throughout my entire 20s, and I kind of kept my stuff in storage. So I still owned it, but it felt like I didn't. And I was traveling around with no possessions, just a backpack. And man, was that liberating. It was so cool. And then of course I've gone through the eras where I'm just collecting needless shit. And I just kind of want to meet it in the middle. And what's the point of collecting stuff that doesn't mean anything to me? Yep. And like me, I'm a huge Turtles fan, huge TMNT fan. And I went crazy in that Turtles NECA era. And there's a part of me that would love to keep all of them, but I want to get to it. It's like, no, I don't love all these characters. I don't, you know what I mean? Because they got ridiculous. Like, I want to get to the point where I can just keep the ones that mean something to me.
Yeah.
And yeah. Let's see here. Oh, so Satan says he still dresses up, by the way.
Nice.
He says he's going to be Ace this year. Trick or Treat Studios has a cool Kiss mask. Oh, Ace Frehley.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ace.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. And do you say his name right? Everybody says Ace Frehley wrong. They always say Freely. And I think it should be obvious. Didn't he have that solo album, Frehley's Comet? Should it be obvious that it's a pun and it rhymes with Haley's Comet? It's not Freely's Comet. But nobody. I think it's one of those things where even if people know, or even if you ever corrected anybody, everybody grew up saying it Freely, and they're still going to call him Freely. It's like Neil Peart. Everybody grew up calling Neil Peart Neil Peart, and people still to this day call him Neil Peart, even though it's been on record that, hey, my name's actually pronounced Peart. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Godspeed, Ace the Spaceman. I've been listening to Kiss all week, actually.
Nice.
You know, I was never into Kiss as a kid, but man, have I gotten into Kiss in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've really got, and maybe 10 years, but I saw them live on their farewell tour with the wife. And I was hardcore convert. I'm like, dude, I get it. Like, I get why Kiss is cool, man. And they have great songs. I get it. They weren't the most talented musicians. I think Ace Frehley was the worst guitar player they ever had, if you want to talk about technical ability, but he had the mojo. It doesn't matter. They had the sauce. He was the spaceman. He wrote, you know, licks you could sing. And I'm more of a Bruce Kulick guy, but yeah, it's not all about technical ability and stuff like that. It's you know, the sum of the parts is better. I love Paul Stanley. The guy's a fucking character, dude. I was reading a gossipy story about his beef with Slash the other day. It was so funny. I guess, you know, it got confirmed through like their biographies and stuff like that. But I guess back in the day, Paul Stanley was in the running to produce Appetite for Destruction.
Oh, really?
You know, because they were a huge fucking strip band, buzzing. And I've even seen the interview where he's like, I can't say the name right now, but he's like, a really hot band. I'm, you know, looking, I might probably going to be producing their record. And that obviously didn't happen. And Slash, there's, I guess, Slash back in the day in the fucking 80s, he was talking shit on them, because back in the day when you're edgy and you just want to call everybody out and fucking Star Wars, he said, I mean, you know, truth is, we didn't even, I'm trying to do a Slash voice. We didn't even like him. We only let him come in and even entertained it because Steven Adler, it was his hero, but you know, we didn't like him. And he's like, and he was fucking gay. He said that. He called him, and he's like, I fucking kissed or whatever. And you back in 1986, 87, when they would have been gearing up to produce, you know, Appetite for Destruction, this is when Kiss was in their glam days.
Yeah.
We're talking about a little bit before Forever. You know, we're talking about Asylum. We're talking about Crazy Nights. We're talking about, so they were kind of in that kind of pop, using some synth stuff. And I guess Slash is too cool for school, and he called him the G word. And then, and the story goes, and they both confirmed it on separate interviews. Like, yeah, it's exactly how he says it went down. To make the album, when they actually got down to making the Appetite for Destruction album, he decided to call up Ace Frehley, not realizing he had got wind of shit. He was talking to the fucking local papers by somebody that knew him, because we didn't have the internet back then. And he tried to call him up to use his connections. Like, hey man, I need some guitars for the album. You know somebody with fucking Ivan, whoever he was with, or BC Rich. I think it was BC Rich, he said. That's what Paul Stanley says. And he was trying to get him to hook up. Can I get some free guitars? And he said, and they both confirmed it, because Paul Stanley said in his book, he's like, you know, basically, you shouldn't air your dirty laundry in the air. He's like, and no, I will not help you. Click. and Slash basically says, like, yeah, that's what happened. And you know, and he's a punk ass kid. But yeah, good for Paul Stanley. I would do either. Talking shit about me, like, no, you can fuck off. Actually, here's what he said: you shouldn't air your dirty laundry in the public. No, I will not help you. Fuck yourself. And he hung up. and people have compiled videos of this, and somebody was asking Slash in an interview, like on this tour recently, somebody was like bringing that all up again. He's like, oh man, thanks for ending the interview on a happy note. He's like, well, we've since reconciled. We did the, you know, Kiss Honors Awards for VH1 in 2006, and we kind of like let bygones be bygones. But I mean, yeah, I guess I said he didn't say he called him what he called him. He's like, I said something derogatory. And yeah, I called him up wanting some free shit. And he told me not to air dirty laundry and told me to fuck off. It's like, that's funny. My last costume was Zero Effort, the $4.99 Scream mask in 1996. I should have kept the mask. Yeah, I was watching a featurette on the first Scream last night on YouTube. It just kind of played in a playlist, and you know, they were talking about how they found that mask, and because it was just a commercial mask.
Yeah.
And you know, in the script, they didn't know what the killer looked like, but they described it as a killer with a ghost mask. They didn't know what that was, but a
Okay.
ghost faced. And then I think Wes Craven was saying we were literally at a house. I don't know if they were scouting or if they were like potential sets or if it was like a meeting. I don't know what it was, but he was saying on the bed of this house we were in was sitting this fucking mask that it was always at Walmart and shit like that in the mid 90s.
It
Like
was, dude. Yeah, you saw this
I
everywhere.
like I said, I went as Ghostface before Ghostface.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when he was Peanut Eyes
Mhm.
Ghost or Weeping Spirit. He had
Weeping
different
Spirit, yeah.
or whatever he was.
Yeah.
It was before they bought the fucking rights to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he's like, it was like a fucking sign from God, basically, because we had this script. We had no idea what the fucking guy was. We just knew he had a ghost mask, and this thing looked. And he says, and it looked like the fucking famous picture of the Scream, the guy screaming, and that's probably where like the name came from because I know it was originally called Scary Movie. That was the original title of Scream, and then Scream, and it was just kind of all fell into place. And yeah, so interesting. I wish he would have been like, I was in Danville, Kentucky, and I saw this little fucking queer walking down the street for trick-or-treating, me wearing this mask, and it was perfect. Sorry, I shouldn't say the Q word. Maybe you should have.
I'm not editing anything. That's up to you.
Hey, I'm making fun of myself here. Wes Craven picked on me. Look, I'm in 90s mode, guys. This is how we talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is pretty cool. It created a really big Mandela effect for a while. It's like, wait a second, because they really took ownership of that IP and the mask. And else. And it's just like, and now everything's Ghostface. And I'm like, no, I swear, right? That was true. I had the Scream mask. I swear. Like, I'm not making it up. I had the Scream mask before Scream came out. And it is one of those Mandela effects where more time will go down the road. Ghostface is going to be iconic for a long time. And in 20 years, when they're rebooting Scream again, I'm going to be telling my daughter, like, oh, yeah. They're like, no, you didn't, Dad. Go to bed. Like, yeah, I swear it was. I wore Scream before he was Scream. He was Scream. It's one of those things that time's going to forget.
Weeping ghost.
Yeah, the weeping. Yeah. Anyway.
Weeping spirit. Yeah, whatever it is.
I've been really getting into their unmasked era. Zach, first of all, I have to admit something. I think I favor the unmasked era. I like all eras of Kiss, but if I were to rank my top 5 albums, it's going to be a mix. I'm probably going to say it's fucking scary close between Crazy Nights, which is their most glam. It's got synths. It's peak and Revenge from 92, I think, and then maybe Detroit Rock City, and which is the masked era, and then probably Creatures in the Night, which is still masked, but it's their last masked album. But that's like where the tides were turning on the album. And then I'd probably put Love Gun in the bottom 5, somewhere in the 5, but it's kind of half and half. I love the Unmasked Kiss shit, but I went to the same tour. They put on a good show. Oh yeah, the farewell tour, man. Did you see him on the first leg when they were doing indoor, or did you see him on the second leg where they were doing the sheds outdoors? Because I saw him in the amphitheater on a beautiful autumn night, perfect weather outside, awesome. Paul Stanley got on the fucking zip line through the crowd to like a little platform near the sound shit, and that's where he did I Was Made for Loving You, and all the fucking middle-aged blue hairs were all shaking their asses to, like, oh yeah, Paul's like shaking his ass, like, oh god, they're all fawning all over 70-year-old Paul, shaking his rhinestone
ass. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny, dude. I fucking love it. A buddy of mine and I listened to the Carnival of Souls, and yeah, have to agree with you. Yeah, that was their grunge album. Their grunge album. Back to work I go. Happy Halloween, everyone. Well, on that note, I think we're going to wrap up as well. But anyway, thank you guys. This is the last we're going to record or stream live before the holiday in a couple of days. But as Todd said, we're going up as premieres and our commentary for Night of the Living Dead. That's sort of been repurposed. We put that out some years back. But that's going to go up for everybody. And then immediately after that, the Return of the Living Dead 2 commentary that we were
back feature, yeah.
back-to-back feature. We recorded that with a Will Gamer Guy a few weeks back, and that's going to be the Halloween treat for everybody. So do tune into that if you ain't got nothing going on, or if you got kids when they go to bed. Come on.
I might jump in there and start chatting.
Well, I think it's if you have like those kind of things, I think it's always really good to be in the chat.
Yeah.
You know, so I plan on showing up in the chat and popping in and stuff.
Well, I'll be popping in and out. I can't guarantee I'll be in there the whole time, but
you know, we'll show up and we'll pop in, we'll message and stuff like that and hang out. Other than that, I think after this week we're getting back to Fango Friday because we had to take a week off from that. I want those to take off, guys. I know you guys love your Freddy fucking Blu-rays and
Freddy nightmares.
I know you love your Freddy's fucking nightmares. I get it. We get it. We love it too. I love torture myself watching Freddy's nightmares. But we're gonna keep fucking digging in with this Fango Friday. The thing is we're about to get into the good shit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stack it on. It's like, dude, I think we have, is it one more issue or the next one? Which one is the next one? Get Shining.
Is it the next one?
The next one is The Shining, I think.
Or is the next one Star Wars? Or was that the last one we did?
That was the last one.
Okay. I think this is Shining.
The next one is The Shining, and we're firmly in the 80s. So I think we're going to have Friday the 13th after that. So we're getting into it. So we had to get through the nerdy sci-fi weeds a little bit. And but we're having a ton of fun going through the Fango catalog up until the sell-off and the buyout and all that stuff.
No, the next one is going to be the Star Wars.
Oh, fuck off. Really?
C-3PO one. Yeah. But it does have, remember, it has the Friday the 13th and Day of the, so it has the Tom Savini in it.
Yeah, I was complaining because they still were afraid to go all in and make the horror shit the cover story.
And then the next one will be
Shining.
Shining.
Because it's like they're burying their leads on the side, but it's like we still have to fucking sell it. We're scared. We're not all in. We're you know, it's nerd shit. Let's put C-3PO on the fucking cover. But whatever. I still think it'll be a good issue because it's got horror shit in there and the Savini stuff and the Friday the 13th. But anyway, we're gonna keep going with those.
And then we'll figure out Wednesday what we're doing. I don't know yet.
The people have spoken. You guys like Freddy's Nightmares.
All right,
honestly, personally, we are having fun with the anthology horror stuff, the watch-alongs. Those are a lot of fun. So if you guys are still down for those, I'm happy to kind of do those for a little while on Wednesdays, you know. Yep. And you know, whether or not we keep going with Freddy's Nightmares a bit or we go back to the fucking Tales from the Crypt Dark Side thing, we'll figure it out. Maybe you guys can let us know in the comments and whatever. Maybe we can put a poll out there, like which one are we doing? And because I'm having fun with those and shaking that up and Fango Fridays. And then also next week, we're going to decide what our next member commentary is. I know Mutineer put in, what was the Jeff Goldblum film?
Jeff Goldblum. I don't remember what it was called. I haven't seen it though.
I'll have to, I forgot, but I want to check it out now. Whether or not maybe it should be one we do for everybody, I don't know. I'll have to figure out, do some research on it, but I'm totally down to watch it, man. We'll just figure out how we'll do it. But anyway, keep posted with that. Have a happy Halloween. I'm sure we'll see you in the chats and stuff around Halloween night. Be safe.
Yep.
Check your candy. Remember that? I missed the fucking razor blades.
Yeah.
I miss all that fucking old wives' tales.
Oh, the good old days.
It's funny because it's totally something that would happen today.
Oh, I'm sure it would now.
It's funny how that was an old wives' tale that
was
really
in the
didn't
80s.
happen.
Remember the movie that was they had where he
Halloween 2. It was the TV cut of Halloween 2.
Yeah, and it was Night of the Demons. Remember the old guy?
Are you thinking? Is it Night of the Demons? Or are you thinking? You're thinking of a Trick or Treat?
No, Night of the Demons. I thought at the very end or something he ate something, and then like the razor blade went to. I can't remember. Whatever. Sorry.
Well, I know on the TV cut of Halloween 2, they had the kid going to the hospital. Oh, and he had the razor blade. They had the nod to it. Yeah, there's a. Yeah. Oh, is it All Cuts? Okay, my bad, Zacchio. All Cuts of H2 had the apple blade, but I love that stuff. And you know, back then, this is back in the day where you could leave your front door unlocked.
Sure.
Like none of this stuff was really happening. But nowadays, dude, yeah, I think you should check your candy. People are fucked up.
Don't be eating apples.
Teach your kids not to, if the kids are like going through the candy so fast, they're not paying attention. It doesn't take much to put like some kind of like small object or needle through it and not look like the thing is pierced.
That's
So
scary,
you just
dude.
got, it's really fucking scary. So check your candy. Let's bring back urban myths, dude. They're a lot of fun. I think they're missing today because the world's too dark. Nobody wants to joke about Bloody Mary and fucking razor blades and the fucking candy because there's sick shit really going on. So it's just kind of scary. But anyway, regardless, have a good holiday. We'll be back next week, and yeah, join in on Friday for those lives. So bye.
Big thanks to the Revival House family. Your loyalty fuels our obsession with horror and lets us uncover the darkest, most twisted gems just for you. If you're not a member yet, consider joining the cult today. You'll get early access to videos, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes scares you won't find anywhere else. Until next time, this is Revival House, your home for horror, and remember, we'll leave the house lights off for you.